Hi everybody, my name is Akobo Snow. I'm the chair of West Papua Diplomatic and Foreign Affairs based in Australia.
Welcome, everyone. How's it going? I'm so excited to be here again on the Manuscript Papua YouTube channel. Today, we've got an interesting and important topic to discuss, so make sure to stay tuned and watch until the end. A powerful voice of resistance has risen once again from West Papua. Akubo Amatus Dao, head of foreign affairs and diplomacy for West Papua, has issued a fiery and uncompromising statement rejecting the proposed military cooperation between Indonesia and Russia to build a military base in Biak Island, West Papua. Speaking from Australia, Akubo Amatus Dao declared that the people of West Papua will not stay silent while their land is turned into a pawn in global military games. He described the plan as a direct threat to the future of Papuan lives and firmly stated that West Papua belongs to neither Indonesia, Russia, nor any foreign power. Enough is enough. We are not a colony. West Papua is not a battlefield for anyone's geopolitical ambitions. We will not allow a single bullet to be stationed on our sacred land, Akubo asserted with force. He accused Indonesia of illegally occupying West Papua since the 1960s through military force and political manipulation. For over 6 decades, he said, the Papuan people have endured fear, repression, and systematic human rights violations, while the international community has remained silent. Akubo called Indonesia's current president a war criminal and warned that any military cooperation would only escalate the pain and suffering in West Papua. Whoever supports militarizing our land, be it Indonesia, Russia, or even Australia, is complicit in crimes against humanity. He also condemned Australia's passive stance, saying the country risks losing its moral credibility if it aligns itself with Indonesian military ambitions. He urged Australia to take a stand and raise the issue of West Papua at the United Nations. Stop pretending to be neutral. If Australia allows this to happen, the blood spilled will be on their hands too, Akubo declared. He also condemned Indonesia's continued refusal to grant access to UN human rights commissioners, foreign journalists, and humanitarian organizations in West Papua. According to him, this proves that Indonesia is afraid of the truth coming to light. We have been silenced. Our people have been killed. But we will rise, we will resist, and we will fight against any foreign military base being planted on our ancestral land. In closing, Akubo Amatus Dao delivered a bold ultimatum to the international community. West Papua will be free, whether they like it or not. The world must choose. Stand with the oppressors or stand with the oppressed who demand liberation. Friends, don't forget to leave positive comments and send regards from the YouTuber Manuscript Papua. Thank you.
Manuscript Papua.
Get ready for the countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Hi everybody, my name is Akobo Snow. I'm the chair of West Papua Diplomatic and Foreign Affairs based in Australia. Today is 17th of April 2025. I'm going to make my statement in regard to respond about the current issue regarding to Indonesia and Russia military base deal in the islands of Biak, West Papua, my country. I'm representing 1.7 million West Papuans, and we are very concerned about our lives in West Papua in the future, because we don't allow Indonesia to make any military-based agreement with any outside party, including Russia, United States of America, Australia, or any country. At least West Papua ourselves need to be free. We have long time seeking for our future, looking for independence, looking for peace and freedom. About 65 years since 1963, we believe that Indonesia just came in West Papua as an illegal occupant. In 1961, when the Dutch granted independence for West Papua. And Indonesia played that game using their political power with those other countries. And our right of self-determination taken away. But today, West Papuan generation, we realize and we understand about historical fact that we able to survive for our struggle, and we want to make our country to be peace by any means. Therefore, we really understand about what's going on with the current geopolitical war, especially in the Pacific regions. And the West Papua armed conflict is one of longest the armed conflict in the world that exists since the Indonesian illegal occupation started. And there was no one, no country, no any powerful country of the United Nations respond about this ongoing armed conflict, war crimes and crimes against humanity. And we are in front of big disaster. West Papuan people looking for the peace, justice, and freedom, not only for West Papua, but for the other fellow, the Pacific people in these regions. We don't allow to tolerate any geopolitical military based in West Papua. We don't like to align with any party, but we truly and honestly looking for those countries to bring that situation, critical situation, through the right mechanism of the United Nations. So far, we thank you for those countries who endorsing United Nations Human Rights Commission and make a call for United Nations Human Rights Commissioner to visit West Papua. Unfortunately, Indonesia is rejected. And we believe that Indonesia not willing to open door for the UN Human Rights Commissioner, foreign journalists, and human rights organization to visit West Papua. This is big issue for West Papua. And also, this is the big lack of United Nations, international communities, and Indonesia to maintain international law on human rights. We believe that the current Indonesian president, which is Mr. Prabowo Subianto, he was the criminal war crime leader, and now he is empowering the military power by looking any relationship with any country. The one issue is to make Indonesia more military powerful country in the region of the Pacific, and then targets wiping out the West Papuans. That's all. So now that Australia has the moral responsibility to take this one of the issue through the United Nations. I was very disappointed if Australia made defense and security arrangements with Indonesia, and Australian governments call for the military exercise in West Papua. Morally, is not acceptable if Australia not seriously take the armed conflict to the international forum. As the West Papuan political asylum seekers who came in 2006, I always stand for my people in my entire life in Australia. And I thank the government of Australia to giving me the opportunity so I can express my ideas, my view in regard to my people of West Papua. And it's also about our regional security, about our global security. That's more very seriously concerned to that. So we will not stay calm, but we will wake up and we will against any military base in West Papua. The last things is Australia need to take this critical situation to the United Nations, and we will looking for our future of peace, justice, and prosperity in the Pacific region. I thank you so much. Papua Merdeka, Merdeka, Merdeka.
Teman-teman, terima kasih banyak telah menyaksikan siaran di channel YouTube Manuskrip Papua. Kami sangat menghargai setiap dukungan yang kalian berikan. Tanpa kalian, perjalanan channel ini tidak akan terasa seistimewa ini. Salam dan hormat dari YouTuber Manuskrip Papua.
Manuskrip Papua.